Okay, so this is my 3D project for On Stage Houston. This piece of cardstock is real red. It is cut at 5 7/8 by 5 7/8, and we're just going to score 1.5 on all 4 sides. Okay, so this next sheet is going to be a 3 by 10, and you're going to score at 2, 3.5, 6.5, and 8. The next sheet is going to be a 3 by 6, and you're going to score that at 3 and 4.5. Okay, and then the last real red piece is going to be 3 by 3, and you don't do any scoring at all to that. You only need 1. These are for my swaps, so I'm doing a dozen of them, so you only need 1 3 by 3. Okay, so for the 5 7/8 by 5 7/8, we're going to burnish all 4 of the score lines all the way around. We are going to cut up to the score line. I actually burnished that the wrong way. You're going to cut here and take a slither out here. Cut straight here and take a slither out here. Then cut and do the same thing on this side. Now, because this is a swap, I am only supposed to use current items. So I'm going to take, because this is going to be a drawer that you pull out, so I'm going to take the Stylish Shapes dies, and on the one side here, I'm going to cut that out. Now, if you are at home and you're making this for yourself, you could use, if you own a 3/4 inch punch or any kind of punch that you want, it doesn't have to be a circle, it can be anything. You can do it quickly with your punch, but because this is a swap, I'm not allowed to do anything retired. So I'm going to do that real quick and I'll be right back. So I want to show you a little tip. What I did was I put a piece of tape, or this is Post-it note tape, and this is basically so all of them will be the same, because when we do our layers, we're going to put layers on here, and we're going to cut a little cut out of that too. So we're going to want a little border. So what I did was I measured halfway between and put a little pencil mark, and then I'm going to keep this basically taped in the same spot for. So I'm cutting multiples of these. I'm doing a dozen of them. So I'm going to keep this in the exact same spot. Try to get that tape down really good. And then it's only going to cut half. So I just need a thing to kind of, so you can have your little pull thing here, okay? So I'm going to do that real quick. I'll be back. Okay, so I just wanted to show you exactly what I did. So that I taped this down. I'm going to hold this down and just pull this out. So then if you're doing multiples, you just pick this out of there. You'll grab another one with your center mark and just put that in there like that. And then you'll push that down and grab your top plate and run it through your machine again, okay? Okay, so I have those all done. So now we're going to start putting glue on. I'm in a hurry. It's like 10:37 at night, the night before I leave. So I'm just going to use a quick dry glue. You probably would want to use tear and tape here, just because this is a drawer. It's going to be pulled on a lot, and you definitely want something with a strong hold. Now, when you do this, you want to make sure you're lining it up at the top. If you remember, we did cut those sides. We did like cut away a little bit so it wouldn't hang over here. So you want to make sure that you make sure this part is straight, and you don't try to get, pull this over here. And I'll show you what I mean. When on my practice box, as you can see, this kind of slopes over that way. I didn't go straight up, so it doesn't fit in my box. When I put everything, the drawer doesn't fit inside the box correctly. There's a little gap there. So just so you know what I'm talking about. I wanted to show you that example. And don't worry about this right here. No one's going to see it anyways. I mean, it's on the side of your project, so don't worry about it. I almost did it again. I gotta quit putting the glue all the way to the edge. The good thing about this glue is it's not the multi-purpose glue to where it is sticky after it dries. So that's a good thing. And it dries clear, so. Okay, so then you're going to take your, what is this, 3x10, and we're going to burnish all, let me put my lid on my glue. We're going to burnish all those edges. And then we're going to take our box, remember your thing, and we're going to put that face down. So your notch is here. It really doesn't matter where your notch is. It's just you want to make sure that this overlaps. You don't want this too tight. You want to be able to pull your drawer in and out. And I'm just going to put adhesive on one side. And again, don't get it too tight. And so now your drawer will come in and out just like that. Okay, so now the next thing is 3x6 piece. You're going to burnish all that. Let's see. This is going to be, okay, so it's going to fold in half, and then, no, wait a minute. Let me think about this. It's going like this. So you're going to fold it in half, open it, or you can fold this in half and then fold this in half if you want, because that's basically it. And then you're going to glue this on top of here, okay? Just like that. Now it's definitely probably best to use liquid glue here because you can slide it into place if you're off a little bit. I'm going to pull this out and make sure this is pushed down. Okay. Now your 3x3 piece, this is going to just glue, you're just going to put glue on this half. This is going to be the little easel. You can lay it straight down just like the other layer. Just like that. So now we got to work on decorating, but basically it should sit just like that. Okay, so I got the box. I just want to show you real quick. As I'm doing these, I'm finding that it's a little bit easier to do these layers. So I'm going to get my notes out and I'm going to tell you these layers. So the layer for here, now you don't have to decorate the back of your box if you don't want to. It's totally up to you. You can just do the front and the sides, or, you know, or if you're going to do designer series paper and you don't want to mat it, then you would just do the first measurement only. But so you're going to cut 2 of these, and this is going to be cut at 2 5/8 by 1 1/4, and then this one is 2 5/8 by 1 1/4. And we did the same thing with the handle. We cut the little handle out. Now I am going to tell you this does not line up the best, but because I can't use that punch, and the next size up is way too big. It is what it is. I don't really like it, but it is what it is. Probably what I should have done is put a ribbon pull or something there. But I'm almost done and I'm going with it. The next one, I'm sorry, I told you wrong. This is 2 3/4 by 1 3/8. You're going to cut 2 of those. And then you're going to cut real red 2 5/8 by 1 1/4, and you're going to cut 2 of those to mat here. So I found that it's easier if you just do that while it's laying down, because it makes it to where you can at least kind of sort of line up the handle or the opening part here just a little bit. So that's what I've been doing for all of the other swaps that I have. So I'm just going to do that real quick to show you. I won't put the box together again, but this is if you want to decorate the front and the back of your box. I was going for a kind of like an old barn, so I have embossed with the Timber 3D all the layered red pieces that you see in Real Red. I've done that. And then I did the white trim because, you know, usually there's like a little white board that goes across it, or, you know, across the barn doors, usually in like an X. So that's that. So basically that is the front of the box and the back of the box. And so you pull it out like that. So now we're going to continue on. So then this piece, this layering white piece, this is 2 7/8 by 2 7/8, and I did not emboss this. I'm just putting all the white layers none of the white layers are embossed. I am simply just applying the mat to layer this up. Just like that. And then I have another layer of the Real Red, and this one is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And this one I did run through the Timber 3D embossing folder. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing here. Same sizes, just mat it exactly the same. Okay, so now I'm going to pull out, I've already done my die cutting, and I'm just going to let you know what the die or what the pieces are. So this piece is going to go here, and then we're going to put this circle here. That is from all that dies. And then this and this is going to layer, and it's going to sit up here, and it is from the stylish shape dies. Okay, so I'm going to set this to the side, and I'm going to bring in my that's the one that's, oh, here it is. I've already done some stamping already. I'm just trying to get these done. At this point, it's 2:35 in the morning, and I need to go to the airport in the morning. Okay, so I want this to say, so I'm using the Cutest Cows, and the two stamps that I'm going to use is Holy Cow and It's Your Special Day. And then I'm also going to do the cow that's laying down, and then the head that I used is the one winking. So I'm going to use Real Red and stamp. I'm going to bring in a scrap. I always like to practice, even though I know I've done it, but I just like to make sure. So I'm going to stamp It's Your Special Day. And then at the bottom of this circle, you bring in another scrap, I'm going to stamp the Holy Cow. Try to bring it down as far down as you can. And then I'm going to get rid of the Real Red and bring in the Memento Tuxedo Black. Let's see. I already stamped and cut out the head from the what is this? The Cutest Cow Builder Punch. Now this one only does the body that stands up here. I am just going to stamp on this, and it'll just rest right there on the, I'm going to flip this over and practice. This cow lays down, so I'm just going to try and get this as neatly as I can, centered right here above the Holy Cow. Okay. And then I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back. Well, first I want to color. Let me get this ink out of the way. What I do? Oh, here it is. I'm just keeping it really simple. If you follow me, you know I'm not much of a colorer. I'm using the dark smoky slate, and I'm only coloring in his tail and just the tip of his tail, all of his spots. This really turned out so cute. I was like, could not figure out what I wanted to do. I was up till last night trying to decide. I had something I wanted to do, and then I changed my mind. It didn't work out the way I thought it was going to. But I'm so glad it didn't, because this is really cute. And then I just color around his little nostrils. I keep those white. And because this is light enough, this gray, you can still see the little smile on there. Now you could take this farther if you wanted. You could, do cheeks if you wanted. You could do, whatever. I ended up coloring the wrong thing. Remember, it's 2:30 in the morning when I'm doing this. I'm actually going to finish putting these together. My card swap is not until the last day I'm there, so I'm going to just glue and finish coloring and all this like the day I get there, because I'm going in a day early, so I don't have to worry about missed planes and all that stuff. Okay, so I'm just going to add some dimensionals to the back of all of this. Oh no, this one I glue down. This one I did pop up. I think, yeah, I did. Okay, I'm just going to pop his little head on. This little cow is so cute. I've been wanting to do something with him. Okay, and I'm just going to glue this down to the black layer. And then I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals. And this I'm going to pop up on here. And then I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of there. And you want this thing to kind of stick up high because this is what's going to create your easel and keep it in place. So I'm going to put it down first. I know my desk is driving me crazy. It's so dirty, but I'm still going to keep it kind of towards the front, but just kind of center it. And then we'll throw the cow on. Okay, so it closes like that, and then it easels up like that, and then you put your candy in there. So I am going to, it depends on which one you get, because I'm actually running out of these, and I didn't know I was going to do this, so I'll probably use these. But these are called Adhesive Back Sparkle Gems, and these are the classic matte dots. So I think everybody but one person will get these. Hopefully, I don't know if this is one of those swaps where you get yours back, but if we get ours back, hopefully I'll get mine back so everybody can enjoy the sparkle. But then again, not everybody likes bling like I do, so I don't know. Who knows where my take your pick tool is on this desk? Oh, here it is. For some reason, whenever I can't find it, it's always under my die cutting machine. I have an electronic one, so it's always kind of floating around underneath. It slides underneath for some reason. And I did one big one, one little one, and then for my first one, I did one down at the bottom, but I think I'm going to do another one down here since I had this one done. Or I mean, I have room. I made room this time. So that's the project. And I'll show you what I put inside if you weren't a recipient. I have these, what are these? Mints or whatever. Buttermints that I've had a few of those. And so I think, let's see, it fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 buttermints in the box. So that is how you get the Holy Cow, It's Your Day easel box. Last thing, I did not, in this one, I put a teeny tiny little bow just to make him that much more cute, and I used the gingham ribbon, the smaller one, the black and white one, and I just made it teeny tiny and stuck it on with a glue dot. So that's my project. Have a great day. Bye-bye.